But I feel alive with you. Take it easy on the heart, otherwise I fall apart. I'm alive with you.
So you're ready to try the rowing machine. You can picture where it is in your gym. You know exactly where it sits on the perimeter where nobody else wants to try it because they just don't want to look weird. And you're like, I am gonna tackle this. I've heard it's great for me. Where do I start? I got you covered. First off, welcome to Dark Horse, where you are the hero of your own story and we are the guide that helps you to get to where you would like to go. Now, with that being said, this is actually kind of fun. For those of you that are wondering why I'm wearing what looks like a very tight tank top, well, we actually had a comment from somebody a few videos back, maybe a couple weeks ago, that said, Shane, are you just so lazy that you never take your drying laundry off of the rack? I'm tired of seeing that one tank top always sitting there. Well, it's not laundry. And I decided it was time to wear the tank top. And why, might you ask, do I have a rack full of tank tops here? Well, that's a great question. And the quick answer is they're trophies. Because in the sport of rowing, you basically bet jerseys. And so when you win a race, you basically take the jersey from the guy that you beat. And so for rowers, having a bunch of jerseys, it's like a bunch of trophies. Every time you've won a race, you get to keep a jersey. And this one happens to be my team's jersey, which is why I always have it in front. So no, I'm not always just doing laundry and just happen to hang all my tank tops here in the back corner. Those are my rowing jerseys. There are more of them behind it as well. Not as many athletes have, but I'm proud of all the ones I have, and it's fun for me to be able to display. So that is why I'm wearing this tank top today. All right, so understandably, the rowing machine usually has its place reserved on the edge of the gym, where a lot of people don't use it because they're often afraid to sit on the machine and get captured in one of those gym fail videos, not knowing how to use the machine properly. And you, through watching this video, are going to avoid that fate. We are going to teach you the absolute basics. How do we get on this machine? How do we get comfortable? How do we get our start so that you can avoid a lot of the common first mistakes that people make when they're on this machine, so that you can get a strong foundational start to this, and that you can get better workouts and not end up in one of those gym fail videos. There are some really important foundational steps that you need to take getting onto this machine for the first time. They're not complicated. They are simply setups that are going to make all the difference for you as you get started. So let's just get into those right now. Point number one that you need to focus on is actually your first connection point to the machine, and that is your feet, where your feet connect to the machine. There are three things that we need to focus on when it comes to the feet. Number one, making sure that the machine is adjusted properly for your feet. Our general rule of thumb is that the strap should be running across the widest part of your foot, or the ball of your foot. So you want to adjust the foot stretchers, as they're called, up or down, so that that strap is running across the widest part of the ball of your foot. That's thing one when it comes to the feet that you need to understand. Number two is how you actually push or use your feet when it's time to do work on the machine. The best way to explain this is that it's not the ball of the foot, it's not the heel of the foot, it's the entire foot. Use your whole foot to be pushing through the machine when you need to deliver power, because that whole connection point is going to be really important, because by putting the whole foot down, it accesses both posterior and anterior chain, meaning your quads and your hamstrings and your glutes and your back and your trunk. Use the whole leg to push through. And the final piece is mobility. This can come from hip mobility, ankle mobility, knee mobility. All of those things come into play. Ankle mobility is often blamed as one of the reasons that people struggle to get deep into the stroke. More often than not, though, it's usually just mechanics. We haven't trained the right mechanics to get comfortable into the position. So don't fret too hard, but do spend some time working on ankle mobility to allow you greater access for foot position and for better overall body positioning on the machine. Number two thing that you need to be focusing on, and we've covered this at length in videos before, is the catch position. Now that's the front end of the stroke. Right as you're about to take the stroke, that position is really important and critical to making sure that you are in the right place at the right time to be able to apply as much force as you can through the stroke. So don't shy away from spending a healthy amount of time learning that catch position. I'll go ahead and link to some of the videos around somewhere here so that you can find that where we talk about it in great length. But the fastest way that I can explain it is you're creating a rigid chain from your hand all the way down your arm, your shoulder, down your trunk, to your hips, through your legs, connecting to the foot stretchers. That then transfers up your whole body into the handle, which is why it's really important that you get in a strong catch position, is because it sets you up for success as you take the stroke. If the saying goes, or as we like to say, if you miss the catch, you've missed the stroke entirely, and on the next stroke, that's your opportunity to correct course. So getting that catch right is the first thing that you need to start isolating. Number 3, the drive. The drive is where you actually do the thing, the whole thing that makes this all work. When you actually get work done, why rowing is such a fantastic exercise is because of the drive. The drive is the only moment in time where you can actually do work on the machine or to the machine. So executing a proper drive is really critical. Now, the saying goes, legs, body, arms, arms, body, legs. That's the recovery. We'll get to that later. But the drive is actually quite complex. And with that being said, a proper catch allows you to get a strong drive. Now, the drive can be developed in many different ways. Needless to say, the first, foremost, and biggest hairy beast you need to tackle, take that catch and then use the legs to be your primary driver. From there, you are going to then swing the hips open, and finally you'll snap the arms into the body at the end. But it is first and foremost a big push of the legs. That's where all your power comes from. Have you ever noticed how much thicker your legs are than your arms? And if there's a disparity there, if your arms are thicker than your legs, we need to talk. Let me help you get on a strength program. I promise we'll get your legs bigger. But with that being said, notice how much larger your legs are. Bigger muscles, more force production, use them to your advantage. Don't get stuck into this pulling through the arms. That's not how the rowing stroke works. It's all about that push through the legs. Then you're gonna allow the hips to swing open. Finally, you'll snap the arms into the body. That is what summarizes the drive. Again, tons of drills. I can take you deep and deep and deep into our videos, and I encourage you to go check out more of them, because in numerous videos, especially our follow-along workouts, we throw drills at you to help you develop that very strength. Number 4, recovery is your friend. Now, recovery in this instance, when we're speaking about the rowing stroke, is the movement after we have finished that drive and we're moving back to the catch position. That's called the recovery. And guess why it's called that? Give you a second. You can Wikipedia it if you want. But the recovery is called the recovery because we recover. It's like that one, we didn't get fancy with the name. But really, in that position, it's about collecting yourself to get into the right position so that when you arrive at the catch, you're ready to go and take the next stroke. The other piece of it is that because you can't do any work to the machine as you're gliding forward, you can't do any work, therefore you are going to actually minimize the amount of effort that you're putting into it. Instead, you're going to put your effort into collecting your body to be in the right positions. And so we take our time through the recovery. It should take more time than the drive does. The drive should be quick and snappy. The recovery should be long, relaxed, and about position, not about energy expenditure. So learn to get the recovery right through pacing, relaxing, and organizing your body, and you'll be much happier for it. And finally, and this may come off as controversial, especially with a lot of people viewing the rowing machine as just a thing to make you sweat or a thing to make you breathe heavy, you should spend the first 2 months using 80% of your time to focus on mechanics. 20% of the time you can use for volume, intensity, whatever you want, but the first 80% of that 2 months should, or not the first 80%, but 80% of your time in the first 2 months should be all about perfecting the mechanics. Why? Because rowing is a learned movement. It's not a natural movement. You don't just sit on the machine and magically understand, because it's a sequence. There's a leg drive, then a hip swing, then an arm pull, then you push with the arms, then close the hips, then move the legs. The whole thing flows together, but it has to be taught or practiced by you so that you can get comfortable with the movement. And that rhythm is what makes rowing efficient over time, is once you learn how to move well. So I highly encourage you, spend a ton of time on mechanics. Don't just jump into volume and intensity, because by doing that, you're surpassing that great learning time when you're new, you haven't developed bad habits yet, and you get this great chance to learn from scratch instead of trying to undo work that you've already done, right? If I spend the next 6 months just putting in volume and intensity, well, guess what? I now have to unlearn some of the habits that I've inherently put in because I didn't know the difference. Spend 80% of your time on mechanics, you won't have that problem. And listen, I know that this can be daunting. A lot of things are when they're brand new, but I promise you, just spend some time getting through some of our videos that are gonna just help you learn and understand the basics of the movement. You don't have to make a deep dive. This doesn't have to become the thing that you do. But by learning this, it makes the experience on the machine so much better, because you're not gonna ever have those moments where you feel like it's just an energy suck or you abandon it because it just doesn't click for you. I want it to click for you, and that's why I'm hoping you'll take these basic guiding principles and put them into play, because by doing so, you're gonna have a much better experience and things are gonna go way better for you. So as always, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and you find yourself like, yeah, you know what, I think I could get into that, and you honestly took to heart that message at the beginning that you can be the hero of your own story and that we can just be a guide that helps you to get to where you want to go. It's a bigger picture. Being a dark horse means so much more than a literal black horse. It is about being an underdog. It's about doing the thing for yourself that you know you can do, and maybe there's nobody else in your corner. That's why we exist, to be there in your corner for you. And the rest of the Dark Horse community, they're in your corner too. And that's why this amazing community, all of us that hang out here together, they come join us on our website, that are in our Facebook groups, that are here on our YouTube channel. It's all about creating a community of dark horses who know what it means and want to support each other through it. So if that's you, if you find yourself nodding your head, and you're like, yeah, I believe in that, then that is you. You are a dark horse. Hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it, and you're gonna get alerted whenever we come out with a new video, and you can join this incredible community too. So with that being said, I end every video by telling you all I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And please, please, go spread the love. Give that love to everyone else out there in the world. We need so much more of it right now, and the more that you can give, the more you're gonna get back. I promise it. Come back, guys. I love you all. And as always, I'll see you on the other side.
No limits, I like that you're free. I wanna